Hello everyone, my name is FlareBlitzed and welcome back to Missing Time. Hope you all are having a fantastic day. We're continuing on with the one ending build of the game. The mall is rather packed during the weekend. It's quite hot out as it's nearing summer, as they do have indoor pools. Besides, there aren't many activities to do in town anyway. Ah, Flare, over here. It's your favourite girl of your lifetime. Chiharu, hey! Have you been waiting for long? I just got here. I've been waiting here for hours. You have no idea how many sunburns I've got. And then I had to go to the store to try and get something to cover up the sunburns and... Anyways, let's move on. Somehow just looking at Chiharu today makes me want to smile. Well, we've teased her before. We can tease her again, okay? If you let me click it, that would be great. Look at you, Chiharu, all grown up, eh? Huh? I guess I'm just too used to seeing you in uniforms, and all the cutesy colourful stuff you used to wear when we were kids. Yeah, you're making fun of me, aren't you? No, I'd never make fun of you, Chiharu. How could we possibly make fun of you? You're too innocent for that. Chiharu smacks my shoulder, her face all red. You're so embarrassing. Oh, Flame, you're so embarrassing. I sober up a little and grin at a still flustered Chiharu. So, what would you like to do? Got breakfast yet? No, how about you? Chiharu's eyes sparkle when I shake my head. How about we browse around for a bit, then we have brunch? Oh, that does sound good. We wander around chatting idly. Inevitably, we skirt around school talks. Chiharu, about the other day. At the club, I still don't understand why Ember and Emery... I stop talking when Chiharu shakes her head. Let's not talk about that today, okay? It's a nice day out. I don't want to talk about any gloomy topics. Alright. It probably is for the best. Chiharu has a point. Everything concerning the club right now is depressing. Aside from the incident, the animosity between Ember and Emery makes the atmosphere rather uncomfortable. You could chew at the uncomfortableness that is presented within the air of the class. Perhaps it would be best if I leave thoughts of them aside until I actually have to deal with it. Yeah, confront it when the time comes. Though I wonder when would be the best time to bring up the whole vacation thing with everyone. Huh? Oh, that? Maybe text them. That's a good idea. Ember is still angry at Emery right now, but I don't want to wait longer in case either of them have other plans. Do you know where will we be going to? I spoke with my parents and they said they'd be happy to let us use their vacation villa. What? Seriously? That's awesome, Chiharu. It's no secret that Chiharu's family is quite well off, and it's even more impressive how Chiharu turned out to be such a great person. She is not at all spoiled and is so caring. I often have to remind her to worry about herself first, yes. Yep, what? The background just changed? Okay. Yeah, just like any other girl of her age, Chiharu's first stop is at a popular clothing store. Do you really need to try all of these on? Well, of course. How else would I know if they fit me? I sigh at the growing pile of clothes in my arm. Other shoppers giggle at Chiharu's enthusiasm and my dejected face. Oh dear, when is this nightmare going to end? T-minus... probably in about 5 days or so. What a cute couple. Aww. Aren't they? I'm so jealous. Feeling the tips of my ears burning, I turn away. Hopefully Chiharu didn't hear what they said, because she would probably go hide in a corner and blush herself to death. So embarrassing! Though I have to admit, it's a relief seeing Chiharu so happy. After everything that happened, I guess we both deserve a little break. Listen to Chiharu's sighing about not finding a particular colour and size beats having to see her cry any day. Exactly. That's good enough for now, I think. I obediently trail after her towards the fitting rooms. Hey, even if I have to wait, at least I have a pretty comfortable lounge here to sit down. Chiharu takes the heap of clothes behind a booth, promising to be quick. Humming in agreement, I pull out my phone, knowing that we will be here for the next hour at least. Oh dear. Time passes sluggishly as I yawn at my phone. I'm fairly sure I dozed off at some point, and only am reminded of reality when my stomach rumbles. Holy crap, it's already 10 AM? And Chiharu is still nowhere in sight. Feeling a tad worried, I walks up to the stall she disappeared behind. Chiharu, you doing okay in there? Silence and a series of muffled noises comes out. Unwittingly, flashbacks of the night Chiharu got trapped jump into my head. Open the curtain, absolutely, that is a great idea. Hastily I yank over the curtain, heart throbbing fearfully in my chest. Oh. Whoa, isn't this dazzling? Well, hi there, Chiharu. I didn't mean to come in here unexpectedly, you know. Well, I certainly didn't expect what I'm looking at. I gawk at Chiharu like a deer in headlights, neither of us able to form a coherent word. Chiharu because of the hair tie in her mouth, and I because of how shocked I am. You are very pretty. Gah! Sorry! Finally coming to my senses, I pull the curtain shut and nearly trip over in my hurried exit, covering my face with my equally flustered hands. I groan. Sleepiness completely forgotten. Hunger completely forgotten. I just want to crawl up in the corner. How could I do this to my best friend? Judging by the amount of clothes she brought behind the curtain, Chiharu still has a while to go. I begin to tap my foot impatiently, feeling rather restless. Finally, after what feels like an eternity, I hear a shuffle inside the booth. Flare! I'm coming out. Alright. Chiharu emerges with a bundle of clothes in her arms. I think I'm going to get these. That's a whole season's worth of clothes. You can't be too prepared. Exactly. Too many clothes is better than no clothes. In fact, what the hell are you doing with no clothes? Tell somebody else in your household to go out and buy you some clothes, because how the hell did you live this long while being no-clothed? Alright. Do you need help carrying them? I'll be alright. I still have some more to try on. Oh my goodness sakes. People are really going to think that we're a cute couple. More? I bite back a sigh. Of course, I can't expect this to be quick. Chiharu isn't just my kid friend anymore. She's a young woman now who don't need no man to... Okay. And judging by the style she's been picking, a fashionable one at that. So sorry. No, it's alright. Are you sure? I mean, I don't want to be a bother. She had that kind of emotionless look in her eyes. I need to get some stationery stuff. Do you mind getting them for me while I finish trying on the clothes? That's actually a much better way to spend my time rather than waiting out here bored, but I feel a bit guilty knowing Chiharu only suggested that because she thinks I don't want to stick around. I can do that, but are you sure you'll be alright here alone? I'll be fine. I think I'll definitely get a few of this stuff though. Don't worry, I'll call you if I finish changing before you get back. Ah, Chiharu. You're adorable, but with the little mountain you've amassed, you won't be out of that booth before midday. Yes, that's a good idea to save. I don't even know why I said that. That transition from clothes to saving the game. Don't at me. Don't even judge me. I take my time browsing the bookstore. We could probably even read a book while we're in here as well. One of those 1000-page ones. Chiharu will be taking a while, and there are some new magazine issues out today that I want to have a look at. Hey, Flare! Oh, who it? Whoa! Greetings, Shizuyo. Blinking, I turn around only to be greeted with Shizuyo's arm around my neck. Aww. This is what friendship is about. I stagger into the shelves, dropping a bunch of magazines on the floor. Whoops! Sorry. It's alright. What are you doing here, Shizuyo? A bit flustered due to her sudden display of affection, I try to hide it by picking up the mess, only to have a full view of Shizuyo's long, pale, and perfect legs. I gulp. Does everyone dress up today or something? Oh, Emery is busy at the shrine, so nobody is playing with me. I came out here for some fresh air. Embarrassment gone, I give the surrounding area a pointed look. Shizuyo snickers. Yeah, no need to get all sarcastic with me. I just don't want to be all cooped up at home, that's all. Well, sorry to say, Shizuyo, but with this virus going around, unfortunately the only thing you can do is be cooped at home. Is that a hint of vulnerability? There are a lot of things I haven't been able to figure out about the Onishi twins, and I don't think I ever will. They're too enigmatic for my own nature. Their dynamics always seem a little off to me, and while Emery is perfectly content to function alone, Shizuyo at times just seems put off by her sister. To me at least. That's one way of saying about it. I'm not going to interrogate you, you know. Who said you can be in the first place? I chuckled at her playfulness. There's the Shizuyo I know. But enough about me, what are you doing here? Oh, I'm actually Shizuyo Chiharu. I tell her about our plan for the day, and then that Chiharu's trying on clothes while I pick up some supplies. Chiharu cocks up an eyebrow. Huh, must be nice to have such a dedicated boyfriend. Feeling my cheeks heat up again at her non-holic comment, I frown. We're not dating, we're just friends. Yeah, sure, friends, that's what they say at plain sight. Sure, whatever you say, Flare. Shizuyo puts a hand on her chest, sighing dramatically. Why are you sighing? You are going to leave many girls heartbroken, you know. Shizuyo! Fine, I'll stop, sheesh. No need to shout. I immediately go red, realizing many other patrons are now staring at us, shaking my head as a smug Shizuyo. Yes, very, very smug, I hiss under my breath. You're going to get us banned from here, and from Discord as well with that behaviour. Nonsense, let's go check out the stationaries. Did you know if you're a backer of this wonderful project, you're actually able to get into a glimpse of what these girls are like outside of the game in the Discord, which the lovely developers have put together, which you can only access really by being a backer of this wonderful project. Link in the description below. There is a lot to browse here. Wait, did the scenery change? We have sections for each age group and even a glass counter to display fancy fountain pens and leather-bound journals. I raise an eyebrow when I see Shizuyo's eyes lingering there. I was trying to merge Shizuyo with Chiharu together for some odd reason. Their names, not them in general. Anyways. Huh? You into that kind of stuff, Shizuyo? Yeah, why? Nothing, I'm just a bit surprised, that's all. What, do you think I was a delinquent or something? I scored 3rd on the exam entrances, you know. I wasn't saying anything. Shizuyo sticks her tongue out at me, bleh, then breaks out into peals of giggles. You are so easily riled up. I roll my eyes at her. And because you're so flippant. I wouldn't say flippant, more like, I have a way with words. That's a fancy way to put it. Shizuyo snorts and flips her hair dramatically. I'm too fabulous for you, B. Anyways. Don't you know I'm the fanciest? We share a laugh over our antics, huddled together over the sparkling counter. You see, this is why I love Shizuyo in this game. She's just so unexpected. Over time, it gets easier to deal with her mischief. Shizuyo, like her apt description, has a way with words. I guess it makes her a bit deceiving. But Shizuyo means well. Yes, she means well. With those red eyes. But yeah, in all seriousness, I do utilize words a lot. It's the way of the Onishi. Really? Emery writes incantations on sacred paper and uses them for seals and stuff. But that's a more obvious way to use words though. That's a bit cliche. Tell me about it. Makes you think of those B-rated Maiko girls in anime, sorry. I glance down. She's more like A-rated. Don't you do that too, Shizuyo? Nah, well, I can't do it. Emery is the firstborn, so she gets all the mojo. Me, not so much. But I get to live a free, dazzling life where I can do anything I want. No responsibilities, no obligations, no nothing. The most popular one in school, with the most amount of BFs and imaginary BFs. 100% imaginary. There's a note of melancholy in her voice. Shizuyo's eyes are far away before she shakes her head and gives me a small smile. Words are powerful, you know. Words can touch someone's heart, or crush their soul. I guess I can understand that. My mum always says if you don't have something nice to say, then don't say anything at all. But then, where does constructive criticism come into play then? If you're trying to criticize a game or a scenario in a nice way, but then the person doesn't interpret it as that, then does that mean that the meaning of that situation is not nice? Anyways, people often misjudge the impact of their words on others. But it's not just the words, it's the expression behind the words. If I say, "You are so ugly," then there's kind of like a... I don't know, there's two different things going on here. Your voice means yes, but your words mean no. "You're so beautiful." It's such a small thing, so easily overlooked. Many can never understand the power words hold. That's quite a smart thing for Shizuyo to say. Wait, what are you saying? Are you saying I'm not smart? We wander away from the counter, idly browsing the notebook shelves. Shizuyo's fallen silent, her eyes troubled. There is a sadness in her that bothers me. Shizuyo is the most bubbly and, dare I say it, airheaded person I've known so far. Sure, she might have her random bouts, but her mischievous ways always bring a smile to the people around her, including the protagonist, including Chiharu, including me as well. What's wrong? I know I shouldn't be, but I'm always happier away from home. How come? I don't know. Maybe it's suffocating and always feels like someone is watching my every move. Even if I'm not the heiress, I'm expected to behave a certain way, you know. Kind of like the royal family. Shizuyo. At least out here, I am free to do whatever pleases me, and I'm not shackled by the responsibilities either. I smile with her, agreeing easily, if only to ease her sadness somewhat. And freedom is the most luxurious treasure of all. Don't you know it? We walk towards the shop where Chiharu is together. A quick text confirms that my childhood friend is still there, fondling her mountains of clothes. I sigh. Chiharu really is helpless sometimes. Want to get a shake or something? I'm sure Chiharu would want something after digging through all these clothes. I know I would. Sounds great. I'm parched already. Let me ask what Chiharu wants. We trail off towards a kiosk. I fire off another quick text with the drink menu picture attached, but response is almost instant. That's a yes. She wants a banana sundae milkshake. I'm a bit perkier today, by the way, guys. We find Chiharu exactly where I left her. I might even get another video out tonight, depends on how much energy I have. Not even through half of her second part yet. Oh hey Flare, you're back. Oh, and Shizuyo too. Yeah, I bumped her at the bookstore. I see. I hand Chiharu her drink. Oh, yum. Thank you. Well, since Shizuyo is here, try on some clothes with me. We're about the same size after all. Shizuyo raises an eyebrow. She stares pointedly at you. Really? Oh gosh, is this where the flat jokes are starting to come in? Right. Oh no. Pancakes. Right, about the same size. Chiharu's eyes grow wide. Oh, I don't mean... Shizuyo huffs out a long sigh, then she smirks, a glint of mischief in her eyes. Let's see here. You're trying out swimsuits. A flash of heat flares across my cheeks. Chiharu grows redder. Yes? Humming under her breath, Shizuyo picks up a garment that has so many strings and wraps. I get confused just by looking at it. A smirk plays on Shizuyo's lips. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to knock my microphone or my boom arm. Emily would be caught dead wearing something like this. I can already picture the glare she'll be throwing at my direction. The aura that surrounds her is as dark as the void itself. Huh? Alright, Chiharu. Let's give Flare a private fashion show. What? You know what, I'm down for that. Without further ado, Shizuyo pushes a sputtering Chiharu back into the changing booth and follows her. Now that I know what they are going to do, thanks to Shizuyo's terrible subtlety, my body feels like it's in flame. The giggles wafting out from behind the curtains doesn't help the situation either. Shizuyo, not there. What are you so shy about? You've got a great figure, Chiharu. Gah! So embarrassed. The curtain flutters with their tussle. I'm about to die. When Shizuyo struts out in a black and green swimsuit that's probably too small even for her frame. Heck yeah. Confident with a hand on her cocked hips, Shizuyo smirks at me as if she is a diva at a red carpet event. My lower jaw unhinges. For some odd reason, I feel like the developers have put the word flares in twice on purpose. For some odd reason, it's almost as if they know that I'm playing the game. My skin flares up and my hands automatically grip at my knees, painfully. Like what you see, Flare? Quit it. Aw, no need to lie. With a wink, Shizuyo slides her hands just across her abdomen, fingers lingering just above a very, very slim waistband. I swallow audibly. What the hell is this girl doing? At least she took mercy on me before one of my blood vessels would pop. Giggling, Shizuyo leans onto the rain. Oh my gosh, okay. And now I present to you our beautiful, but sexy, sweet summer child, Chiharu. Aww, eek. Shizuyo rips the curtains open, showing off Chiharu in the least clothing I've ever seen her on, and pink. Very Chiharu, but the way the top is designed does nothing to hide the fact that yes, Chiharu is very much grown up now. The bow in the middle of her chest further emphasizes her traits. To top it off, the bottom of her suit is just as small as Shizuyo's is, and the sheer wrap Chiharu has on does nothing to hide anything. Hey Flare, do you need something to wipe off that droll? What is with that face, Shizuyo? Gosh, casually Shizuyo slings a hand over Chiharu. You know, this is the kind of stuff that I really like about visual novels. It's the unexpected charms. Shizuyo slings a hand over Chiharu's shoulders, who is blushing like she has never blushed before and doing her darn hardest to cover the multiple exposed, not NSFU parts of her body, which somehow only manages to squeeze her chest and thighs together more. Shaking my head vigorously, I'm feeling rather faint because of a blood rush. Yikes. I hope that's not going in the incorrect directions, I mean. No, I'm not drowning. You are. Wait. Seeming satisfied reaction I gave her, Shizuyo chuckles airily and ushers Chiharu back inside the changing room. As soon as they are gone from sight, I collapse on the waiting chair, wheezing. Shizuyo would be the death of me one day. And I'm not sure Chiharu's presence there helps or disturbs me even more. Yeah, imagine going into an interview, but the interviewers interviewing you are wearing nothing but their underwear. Would that help you, or would that make you even more tensed up? Though I'm not sure disturbed will be my description of what just happened. More like excited, flabbergasted, mixed emotions, yes and no. Embarrassed because it's like, how are they judging me right now? But at the same time, I am very admired by the views. as in like what I'm seeing in front of my eyes, not like the views are in the video. Anyways, views as in like the view count. Thankfully, their next outfits aren't quite as risky, and I'm able to gradually regain my composure. That isn't to say I don't have a permanent blush now. Same goes with Chiharu. At least Shizuyo looks like she is thoroughly enjoying herself. Heck yeah. Alright, I think we've got everything here. That was quite a lot, huh? I don't think quite a lot covers it. At least with the addition of Shizuyo, the girls blaze through the racks much faster than anticipated. And the bags they come up with are many. Who in the world needs that much clothing? I present to you, Flare, a typical specimen of the opposite gender. What are you sure honestly about it, Shizuyo? Chiharu giggles at Shizuyo's joke, glowing with happiness. She quickly checks her purchases. Thank you for accompanying us both, Flare. That was very kind of you. So that was twice that we saw Chiharu with in the last layer. If it was described as the Earth's crust, then it would be the crust before the core. No, the layer before the core. I do apologise. Scratching the back of my head sheepishly, I grin at Chiharu. Hey, what are friends for, right? Now, how about that brunch we were talking about? I don't know about you, but I'm starving. Of course, I'll treat you to it, since you were being so nice. Chiharu raises an eyebrow at us. Brunch, huh? Yeah, Shizuyo, would you? Eek! What was that? Out of nowhere, a hand shoots out and grabs Chiharu by the elbow. Blinking my brief surprise turns into anger. His grammar. Oh. Well, well, what do we have here? Let go, Chiharu. You have the nerve to talk, being so indecent having two girls hanging around on you like that. Let me go! Tears in her eyes, Chiharu is struggling to get free, but the guy has an iron grip on her arm. You're hurting her, let go! My fists ball up and ready to tackle the guy if it needs to be, but a hand falls on my shoulder. She steps up between me and the bully, twirling a lock of hair around her slender finger. Ah, why would a big guy like you be interested in a wimp like Chiharu? Huh? She stalks over to him, running a hand across his shoulder blades. Take me instead. Someone like you needs someone like me. Experienced, bold. Gliding around here, Shizuyo kept her hand on the now slack-jawed boy, blowing at his other ear. I can show you things beyond your wildest imagination. Yeah, that's right, just make him into a pile of goo. He sucks in a breath, his grip loosens, and Chiharu is finally able to yank free. She rushes behind me, whimpering quietly. I watch the two before me with wide eyes. Just what does Shizuyo think she's doing? I'll leave this be for now. God, this guy is such a dick. Shizuyo links arms with him. Together they walk away, but not before Shizuyo throws a wink at me over his shoulder. Completely baffled, I can't get over what has just transpired. My second instinct is to whip up my phone and call Emery. Is this going to be the wisest decision? Yes? Emery, something just happened to Shizuyo. I couldn't recall the event to Emery, who quite listens on the other side. In all honesty, I don't expect her to react too strongly since, well, it is Emery after all. But I never expect her answer. She can take care of herself. It is needless to worry. I'm thinking that as well. I'm more worried about the guy than Shizuyo, even though the guy's a dick. What? Emery, She hangs up. I stare at the phone in disbelief. Chiharu, with a hand still on my arm, peers at the blank screen. I'm grateful that she helped me, but will Shizuyo be alright like that? I don't have an answer for her. Not having an appetite anymore. We part ways before I left. I could have sworn there was a familiar face in the crowd watching us. Monday comes around too early. In addition to all the stuff at the club, exam season is almost here, and I'm definitely not ready for it, gosh. Not that time, of course it's that time, because summer's approaching. When summer approaches, that means the exams are at their peak. Monday comes around too early. In addition to all the stuff at the club, exam season's almost here, and I'm definitely not ready for it. As I drag myself over the school's threshold, I spot Chiharu round in the corner. Catching up, I put a hand on her, that's probably not the best idea ever, slumped shoulder. Hey, you okay? Flare? I'm okay. We fall into steps. A companionable silence blankets us. Chiharu seems to have a lot on her mind, and I know interrupting her train of thought right now would only make her flustered, so I wait patiently for her to speak first. And if that includes accompanying Chiharu home, well, that would be an added bonus. Flare? What is it, Chiharu? Yeah? Do you still think it's a good idea to have everyone together for the vacation? Absolutely! A blanket surprise. Not expecting this conversation to pop up. Then again, after what happened in our last club meeting. Do you still want everyone to get together for a vacation? I do. I think when the club business is involved, everyone gets so stressed out. If that stress goes away, maybe they can finally get along. I don't think there's anything that can make Ember and Emery get along. But I don't want to disappoint Chiharu any further. She's already upset as it is, and Chiharu doesn't deal well with stress. Do you think vacation would help? I hope. I don't want my friends to fight like this. And Emery, she sighs looking down. She's always so lonely. Even when she's surrounded by people notice her, but they never ask her how she is, if she's doing okay. I don't know, Flare. Watching her makes me really, really sad. Chiharu. I never view Emery that way. She is always so sure of herself, so sure of the place she has in the world. But Chiharu doesn't see people the way I do. She is a lot more sensitive to emotions and interactions. Sometimes I wonder if it's a blessing or a curse. If you think this would help everyone to bridge, then I trust your judgment. Thank you, Flare. That means a lot to me, coming from you. The stars in her eyes color my cheeks. I can't bring myself to look away, even when I know I have a doopy grin splattered across my face. Anytime. Aww. The silence this time is a bit more awkward, but at the same time feels more intimate somehow. I feel Chiharu's arm brush against mine occasionally as we walk, but while I'm perfectly content to stay like this, I can sense a touch of discomfort still rolling off of Chiharu. She truly is a tender and pure creature, always puts the needs and well-beings of others before her own. Don't stress yourself out too much, okay, Chiharu? I'll try to. I just don't like the animosity, and it only seems to get worse with time. She really can't get her mind off of that topic, huh? I'm sure it's only because there haven't been any leads found in so long. I think so too. The club is really important to Ember, and Emery is incredibly serious about her duties. And now that Emery did that, yeah, it's difficult for them to not clash heads, especially since their views are so different. It doesn't help that Shizuyo is caught in the middle. Oh? Shizuyo's opinion seems to favour Ember's, but she obviously respects Emery, so she doesn't outright disagree with her sister. It just puts Shizuyo in a difficult position. It must suck. That brings up the whole worries about Shizuyo. What happened to her after leaving with that guy? I wasn't able to reach her at all, and she missed our gaming sessions. Though she doesn't really miss much regarding the latter. Ember was in a foul mood all night, and retired way earlier than usual. I didn't have much in me to stick around after that. Realising that I've been quiet for too long, I clear my throat awkwardly. You want to have lunch together today? Oh, yeah. I have cleaning duties today, so meet me at my class. Sure, want me to bring anything? It's alright. I made lunch for both of us today. I even baked some muffins. Yay, muffins! What are they? Muffins? Sign me the heck up! Gah! You're really terrible with this, you know. I laughed at her feeble shove. Glad I was able to tease back some colours to her cheeks, part of bells, I feel considerably lighter. Regardless of what happens, it's relieving to know that what I have between me and Chiharu will never change. A special friendship. A different classroom this time. Break couldn't come sooner. Listening to the teacher droning on about equations was maddening. Who would ever need calculus in a real-life situation? Dashing out of the classroom, I can't wait for Chiharu's lunch to soothe my woo. A mixture of feelings hits me, however, when I spot Shizuyo and Ember inside with Chiharu. There is relief, a drop of confusion, curiosity, and something else I can't quite put my fingers on. Oh, is this about because Ember knows about what happened to Chiharu at the end of Chapter 1? Are you sure you're okay? I'm right as rain. What, were you worried? I can handle myself, Chiharu. Still, that guy's a bully, and you just walked off with him. I tried calling you, but you never answered either, so... Shizuyo's expression softens. It's just me, or does it look like she is at a loss for words? Clearing her throat, she brandishes a shiny fountain pen, the very same one she was eyeing when we were in the bookstore. I'm fine, see? Even got a nice little trinket for my trouble. Huh? Where'd you get that? Hello to you too. Why, the nice gentleman got it for me, of course. After all, you must treat your lady with gifts, even if the date has been rather abrupt. Well then, Ember, who has been listening in on the conversation suddenly chimes in. Who are you talking about? The residential bully, you know who it is. Ah, he's in my class. He didn't show up today. Was he causing you issues? In a few words, I summarize the events to Ember, but she doesn't get angry as I thought she would. Instead, Ember thumbs her chin, humming. I see. What happened to him then? Surely you wouldn't let a potential stalker go free to sulk around. A ghost of a smirk passes Shizuyo's lips, before being replaced with her ever mischievous expression. But of course you'd be thrilled to know that I've convinced their gang members that he was going to report them to the police, so they'd probably beaten him to a pulp. Plus I've gathered enough evidence against him and presented it to the headmaster. The school is probably working on explaining him right now. Oh-ho! Well then, Shizuyo, you sure are crafty. I'm expecting rumors to be flying come Wednesday, the latest. You're trying to get him expelled? Yep. Nobody messes with my friends if I have anything to say about it. Glad you got that creep taken care of. Honestly, though, you should have let me taken care of him. I'd rough him up a bit before further punishments. That is the punishment, being beaten up by you, Ember. It's just me, or is everyone aside from Chiharu is acting a bit strange? Let's stay out of this one for now. Then again, I've been incredibly tired, so it can't just be me. Shrugging aside to keep my thoughts to myself. There's no need to make someone else's day miserable just because I don't feel good. So what are you having today, Chiharu? Oh, it's just some muffins and chilies. Nothing special. You're kidding. Muffins are awesome! She pauses, needing a moment to rein herself in. Not like I like anything cute, you know, but muffins are cool. I stifle a chuckle when Chiharu looks a bit concerned. Shizuyo snorts, elbowing up Ember's side. Having an internal crisis over there? No, of course not. Why would I? Well, I don't mind sharing. As tempting as that offer is, Ember promised to help me out with something earlier, so we got a pass. Right, Ember? Oh yeah, right. Aw, that's a shame. Well, I can bring you some after class. That notion lights Ember up immediately. You're a real angel, you know. I mean, thanks. That's really cool of you. Shizuyo rolls her eyes, linking up. We have not seen Emery once this episode. On the phone, yes, but not like in the episode at all. Shizuyo rolls her eyes, linking arms with Ember and dragging her away. I watch as the two disappear around the corner. Another surge of odd feelings creep through my body. Is it just me, or are those two's dynamic really off today? Ember seems awkward, well, more awkward with her mouth than usual, and Shizuyo behaves rather callous. Is that even the right word? I'm about to ask Chiharu's opinion, but she beats me to it. Well, at least those two get along well. I sort of back whatever I was about to say, nodding. Chiharu was so sad this morning. There's no point bringing her mood down when she finally perks up. I think calling for a vacation is a great idea. Maybe the sunshine and beach would get their heads out of their cases. I hope so too. Good news is everyone agreed to the vacation idea. Hey! Really? Even Emery? I didn't think it would have gone that smoothly, especially not with Emery, but Chiharu looks excited. Can you believe none of them have ever had an out-of-town vacation before? I mean, I can't believe Emery hasn't because of her duties, but Ember and Shizuyo too? Now, that's a surprise. They both seem outgoing and adventurous. It's no wonder they jumped at the chance. Oblivious to my concerns, Chiharu rattles on, a smile on her pretty lips. Emery took a bit of convincing, but she caved in the end. That sounds great, Chiharu. Of course you'd be the only one who could pull this off. No biggie. I'm just glad everyone will be able to have a chance to relax. Aw, Chiharu. And even better news, my parents gave me the thumbs up. We'll have the whole villa free to us. That makes me do a double take. It's no secret that Chiharu's family is loaded. This vacation villa she is talking about is on a private island. By giving us the whole villa to ourselves, it essentially gives us the entire island for vacation. The prospect of being alone on a sandy beach with 4 other girls burns my cheek. Yeah, there is that factor. I mean, it's not like we're in a game or an anime or something like that. Chiharu, what did you do to make them agree? Well, they think I'm grown up and matured enough to take care of myself, and... She suddenly becomes beet red, dropping her gaze and mumbling under her breath. Huh? Nothing. Flare? Should we make a group chat for vacation planning? I blink at her out of a view embarrassment and change the subject, but I don't want to upset her. Yeah, sure. Alright. Lunch goes well enough, considering Chiharu's vastly improved mood, even though I still have my doubts. I couldn't bring myself to burden her with that weight. Paranoia and dark thoughts aren't going to fix anything, as both Ember and Emery have proven, and I would rather not drag my best friend down that path. Seeing Chiharu smile is a blessing on its own. As long as she can keep smiling that way, I don't mind going to the extra mile to make her happy. Yay! Sometime before exam week. Wah! Shh! Be quiet, Flare. Right, sorry. Wouldn't be terrible if we get kicked out of the library. Because of me! But we have been sitting here for so long, if I didn't stretch and yawn, I'd turn into a statue. Closing her book, Chiharu rubs under her eyes. It's okay, I'm super tired too. Yeah, exam week is always so harsh. You tell me, we've been at this point for the past week. I shift through our notes, not having the strength to even groan. Literature's gonna kill me. Not only are we required to read a bunch of modern literature titles, but we also have to compare them to the classic ones. Let's compare these modern titles to the ones of Shakespeare. Exams are gonna suck. Big time. Hell starts this Monday and it's Friday already. Gosh, I'm not going to be able to cram all of this in my head over the weekend. Pushing the book away, I sigh dejectedly. Chiharu looks up from her own, worrying her bottom lip. In a normal circumstance, I'd have found that cute, but I'm just too tired right now to care. I think we should stop for today. Any more and both of us will probably kneel over. Slumping over, I groan into my folded arms. It's tempting to leave right now, but if I stay home on the weekend, I'd probably just shriek my duties and play games with Ember all day. She's had been missing from our hangouts lately. Girl wasn't kidding when she said she scored third on the entrance exam. I don't know which is more alarming, the fact that Shizuyo actually gets peasy about studying, or Ember doesn't give a blank about it. Then again, Ember has been getting grumpier lately, and, according to Chiharu, has been stress eating a lot. Maybe Ember is affected by the impeding exams after all. Also, that explains why all of Chiharu's experimental food scraps no longer go to me. Those two have been hanging out an awful lot. Anyhow, I'm getting off topic. You know full well I'm not going to be studying when I'm alone. I can't read this boring stuff without falling asleep. Chiharu sighs. Maybe it's just me, but I sense a note of exasperation in the way she looks at me. But you have to get through it. If you fail lit, it will bring your overall score trembling down. Can't help it. Most of this isn't what I usually pick for a read. The only time I actually read them is with you, Chiharu. And only because you insist what I do. She's doing it for your own good. For your own better tomorrow. Another sigh. Chiharu frowns her brows in a way that suspiciously reminds me of my mother. Even so, she can't help but look adorable. With her unkempt hair sticking out in every direction and a blush on her cheeks. Okay. How about you come over to my place on Sunday to study? That sounds like a great idea. Oh, this might turn out to be interesting. Ho ho, are you asking me to a study date? As expected, her cheeks flare up to a deep crimson at my teasing. Huh? No, it's to study at my house, not a date. Her squeaky makes a few of the students turn and give her the stink eye. Chiharu deflates, blushing furiously. Furiously, sir. Oh my gosh. Why do you have to say such embarrassing things? Why? Why do you all have to say such embarrassing things, dear protagonist? Chiharu pouts this time. Where's her... Wait. Where's her... I don't see the pout. Holding a book over her head as if it could hide her from the rest of the world makes me grin. Hehehe. I have to admit, being friends with Ember brings out a more confident side to Chiharu. Before, she wouldn't have been able to string up half a coherent word to speak to me after such bold teasings. It's entertaining in an endearing way, but I don't want to stress Chiharu any further. Alright, I'm down for that. Okay, come over at 2. Sure. Let's see how this study session goes. For some reason, I feel a bit restless before going to Chiharu's place. It's just like any other time, right? I've done this plenty of times before. I can't let my own dumb joke get to me. This would be just, well, dumb. Just like that. But I also can't deny that Chiharu and I have been getting closer since the year started. I would have to be blind to say that my feelings for her haven't changed from our sweet childhood memories to a more closer, mature friendship. Feeling somewhat conscious of myself, I'll make sure that I am dressed clean and nice before leaving home, knowing Chiharu's mom is back in town for a few days. Why am I getting so worked up? I've met Chiharu's parents multiple times, well, before I moved away at least, but Chiharu's mom is a lot more easygoing than her dad. For heck, why am I so nervous all of a sudden? Squaring my shoulders, I brush off my excessive thoughts and ring the front calm. After a beep with some muffled stumbles, Chiharu's voice comes through on the other end. Hello? Hey, it's me. Everything okay in there, Chiharu? Oh, you're early. Should I come back later? Oh, no, just a moment. She seems a bit jumpy today, isn't she? She's not trying to hide something. I strolled through the massive automatic gate and walk up to the mansion's opening door. A disheveled Chiharu waves at me. Sheepish, I blink. It seems like she is dressed up nicely for today, but a smear of something on her cheek, a flower stain on her sweater, and her mismatched slippers ruin the image. Aw. Flare! Hi! Hi. Everything okay, Chiharu? Yes, Flare, hello dear, it's been a while. Returning Chiharu's mum's hug, I can't help but feel a bit awkward as I side-eye Chiharu. How are you, Mrs. Ichihara? So polite. I told you many times, just call me Yagini. Yanagi, yeah. Come in, come in. Chiharu's blush grows deeper, stuttering as her mum ushers me inside. Wait, Mum! Oh my! The kitchen looks like a whirlwind has torn through it. There are smears on the stove, scrapes of food strewn around, and dirty dishes all around. Getting over her initial surprise, Chiharu's mum folds her arms and gives Chiharu a stern look. Chiharu, what happened in here? Chiharu's looks like she was about to crawl into a pot in time. Hey look, there's a pot on the stove there, ready for you. I was making some snacks for the studies to study... Date! That I was about to say, date there! To study while we eat. Snacks for study. If Chiharu grows any redder, she will probably pass out. Oh honey, I know you like cooking, but you have to remember to clean up after yourself, okay? Chiharu mumbles an apology under her breath. Face steaming, taking pity on her, I speak up. Here, let me help you with that. Okay, thanks. Aw, this is too cute. It's like when you two were kids again. Mom! I'll leave you to it. Study hard. Gosh damn it, Mom! It doesn't take long to revert the kitchen back into its spotless state. After getting over her stutters, Chiharu explains that she got too immersed in her cooking when I rang the doorbell. She got startled. Chiharu, once calmed down, falls right back into her elements. The spread she makes us isn't anything fancy, but sure is mouth-watering. Banana muffin, vanilla shortbread, strawberry crumpets, and rose-hip apple tea to tie in with the flavours. I help bring everything to the garden, grinning. This is why I love spending time with you. Blushing, Chiharu nudges me. You really need to stop saying all these embarrassing things. And we all know you only stick with me because of the food. Hey! Friendship comes first, alright? Food comes second. Is it meant to be a joke? I could tell. But there's a note of self-depreciation in her voice, I sober up immediately. Chiharu, you know that's not true. I care for you. Thank you. She pours each of us a cup of tea, but it's obvious Chiharu's mood is still troubled. Is that really the only thing that we can talk about? Okay. It has been a while, but it seems like Chiharu still hasn't quite gotten over that night. I don't blame her. It has been quite the traumatic event. But with how vehemently Chiharu has been avoiding the subject and with everything else going on, it's difficult to bring it up. I know we need to talk about it eventually. Hey Chiharu? Yeah? I've been meaning to talk to you about this. How have you been holding up? Huh? What are you talking about? That night, when you were locked up. I trail off, noticing how Chiharu is rapidly paling. Flare, I told you. I don't want to talk about it. But Chiharu. No, please. I told you, Flare. I just want to forget it ever happened. We get on with our studies, mostly in science due to the initial awkwardness. As I go over my notes with Chiharu, I can't help but chance glances. There appears to be darker circles under her eyes. The perpetual warmth in her cheeks are gone, making Chiharu appear unusually haggard. If you get tired, let me know, okay? Okay, but we only started though. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that this is hard on you too, so stop when you need to, okay? Alright. Well, you continue on, but there is a slight smile to Chiharu's lips now. She looks livelier, which is a massive relief. What's the difference between fiction and fantasy? Aren't they basically the same word? No, not really. Fiction is still something that can take place in a real-life scenario, but it has not actually happened, while fantasy is within, well, it's like space travel and stuff like that, something that happens well far into the future that we have not yet been able to discover. It's like alchemy, magic, and stuff like that. It's not the same word at all. Fantasy is a subgenre of fiction. If you turn to page 6, there should be an explanation. Alright, thanks. Despite the overall tiredness and dread of the incoming exams, we managed to push through most of the requested materials over the afternoon. What surprised me though is Ember, who decides to text Chiharu halfway through the study session. Man, it is getting on in the day. Look at the sky color now. Sorry, she's just wondering about... Chiharu gestures at a book in front of her sheepishly. Interestingly enough, her blush seems to darken the more text Ember sends. You and Ember are really close, huh? Oh, yeah. Guess Ember only acts cool about the exams. She's probably just as flustered about them as us. Somehow that comment manages to make Chiharu blush harder. Does everything make Chiharu blush? Is everything okay? Huh? Yes, everything's great. Why do you ask? Okay, now that it's definitely suspicious, I narrow my eyes. Chiharu's widened, clutching at her phone like it's a lifeline. Are you guys making fun of me? No, why would I, Huh? Prove it. Huh? What? Prove that you aren't making fun of me. Chiharu darts her eyes around, panic evident on her face. Seriously, I promise we're not making fun of you. Her phone dings again and the tiniest squeak escapes Chiharu as she glances down. I use that opportunity to move close to her. When Chiharu looks up, I don't think the expression deer in the headlights has ever been more abrupt. She stares up at me, eyes impossibly wide, lips trembling and cheeks like peaches. Or, eggplants. At our close proximity, my lips suddenly grow dry. Chiharu? Flare? At that very moment, my phone decides to ring. We both shoot away from each other, and I don't have to look to know Chiharu's face is burning as brightly as mine. Fumbling for my phone, I curse internally upon looking at the text. Go get her, Tiger. All at once, I can just piece together what Ember has been texting Chiharu. Ah, that's too cute. I'm going to kill Ember for this. Then again, she'll probably dismantle me with her bare hands. With the strength of a bear too. Neither I nor Chiharu can bear to look at each other. Aww. Though at least it's only my face that's burning up. Even though the tips of Chiharu's toes are bright pink. I don't know if there's anything I can say to relieve the situation. Chiharu? Let's get back to studying. Yeah, let's. It's as if approaching a scared wild animal, we inch back into the pile of books, hyper aware of each other's presence. Why did Chiharu have to tell Ember about today? Of course, only Ember would think her butting in is helping. We end up being a lot less productive afterwards. I'm pretty sure Chiharu attempts to read a book upside down for 10 minutes straight before realizing it. I believe relief is mature when Mrs. Chiharu comes out of the house. Chiharu, Flare, dinner is ready. Coming, Mom. When Yagami isn't as much of a cooking enthusiast as Chiharu, she certainly knows the way around the kitchen. There's a steaming kashudon bowl in front of each of us. A vibrant selection of seaweed salad, home-pickled daikon, and kimbari gopu as served aside. Additionally, there is some miso soup too. It's nothing extravagant, but it sure does warm me throughout with every bite. The food is homely and delicious. Thank you so much for the food, Mrs. Yagami. Aw, you're too nice, Flare. I'm sure it's not as great as what Chiharu feeds you. Mom! Aw. Aw, Chiharu's been feeding me and our friends a lot lately. Her skills have really improved. Aw, I guess you two really do have a lot of sweet memories surrounding food, huh? Yeah, Chiharu really likes experimenting with her food. I just happened to be there. Don't be so coy, Flare. Chiharu is able to flourish so well of her talents because of you always being there for her. I feel myself flustering again. I don't need to look to know Chiharu isn't faring any better. Scratching the back of my... Yeah, this is definitely a Chiharu route. The one ending build is definitely dedicated to Chiharu. Scratching the back of my neck, I offer a sheepish smile. Well, Chiharu has become a really good chef since we were kids. Being a taste tester for her sure has perks. Oh ho ho. Chiharu truly is gifted, but don't sell your encouragement short, Flare. Do you know that Chiharu is always inspired to... The seaweed salad was really good, Mom. Did you toast with sesame seeds? Oh yes, par your recommendation, honey. Yagami immediately turns to me, grinning. I feel so blessed. Not every parent has their kid teach them something. Whoever gets to be with Chiharu would be the luckiest person, don't you think, Flare? I wonder if Ember knows Chiharu's mom for some odd reason. There's sort of like a two-way agreement to all this. It's like Ember and Chiharu contacts each other. Then somehow, for the mix, Chiharu's mom is able to contact Ember, because of the acknowledgement that Chiharu and the protagonist will be spending the day together studying. Scandalized, Chiharu lets out a choke squeal. I can almost hear the stem escaping my ears in a cartoonish fashion. To avoid Yagami's pointed look, I stare down at my empty bowl, just short of burying my face in it. Yeah, Chiharu is a great person. See, Chiharu, he agrees. I will... Desserts, yes, I will... Desserts, get dessert me. I will get desserts. Aww. With her face so red it puts her son to shame, Chiharu flees the dining room, tripping over herself to get into the kitchen. Aww, isn't she just adorable, a Flare? This is getting way too embarrassing. I'm going to help Chiharu in the kitchen. Okay, dear. Feels like I just stepped into a trap. Aww. I think we'll come back to this in the next time, folks, because that is a wonderful sight to behold. Thank you all so much for watching, guys, and see you all in the next time of Missing Time. Hope you all are having a blaze through this just like I am, and we'll see more of this in the next time. Thank you all so much for watching, and take care of yourselves.